and welcome back to another week with me. It's me, Kimmy. Welcome back to my channel. For this week, I wanted to change things up a little bit and kind of throw it back to a video I did back in October. If you remember, in October, I did Josh's makeup for like as if we were going to a My Chemical Romance concert because we were supposed to be. But anyways, in the video, he asked me if Hot Topic releases any type of makeup, and I was saying, like, back as a kid, they did, but I don't know if it had, like, I can't remember it having a specific, brand to it or brand name, but that now Hot Topic fully does release makeup. I just had never tried it, and so I thought it would be fun to buy some of the makeup and try it in a video, and we found the perfect opportunity the other night. Or a friend of mine from work posted in our group chat something from Trend Mood about the Blockbuster video palette that was released at Hot Topic. And if you know Josh, you know that he worked not only at Hot Topic, but also at Blockbuster. You were a shift lead for both, or just one?
I was a shift lead at Blockbuster Video in Colorado. At the same time, for about a year, I also worked part-time at Hot Topic, and I became a seasonal key holder at Hot Topic.
It even says "Be Kind, Rewind" on the back.
Right.
It's from Taste Beauty, which I know nothing about, so I might research a little bit. Retail price for $16.90. I think I got it a little cheaper than that because Hot Topic's constantly having sales on things. But anyways, it looks pretty fun. This is definitely going to be a first impressions video because I have not tried it yet. I love the size of the mirror. Can you see yourself? There you are. Just thought it was fun, and this will be a good opportunity to give it a try. You said you still know your membership number? Don't say it, because I don't want people to steal your identity.
Oh, yes. It was 2, followed by my 5-digit store code, followed by my 5-digit customer ID number. I remember my store code was 08080. It's really easy to remember. 08's a Colorado thing, but that store is now a liquor store.
Fitting.
So...
It's just like it grew up with us.
Exactly. It evolved the same way we did.
I would say my biggest memories for Blockbuster was it was every Friday night. We would do groceries, and then we would always go to Blockbuster to do the typical like Friday night grab a movie.
Jesus Christ.
I have like very distinct memories of like cover art for movies, because obviously you would walk by and you would see the cover art for all the movies that you would be able to pick up, and I always remembered the cover art for April Fool's Day. The horror section was always hard for me to walk down, because if I saw Chucky staring at me or any of that stuff, I wasn't on board. Hellraiser, I didn't like him staring at me. Other distinct memories, I think I rented Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and then just kept like re-renting it. And I was in like early high school, so Fear and Loathing was probably not a movie I should have seen in early high school. But we had a little Corvette VHS rewinder. There, you love working for Blockbuster though, because you're a movie dude.
I did. It was one of my favorite jobs. We got 5 free rentals a week, and I used all 5 of my free rentals every week. I was also a Blockbuster Rewards member, which gave me a free classic movie every week, which is anything that's over a year old and no longer on the new release wall. And I use that too.
The good old days.
Wonka bars.
Wonka bars. Oh, we used to always get like the Lion King like Nestle chocolate bars where it had like the Lion King like stamped like scenes from the movie stamped in it. And then for a while they also did like they would sell like trading cards there. So we would get like the Jurassic Park trading cards and the Lion King ones. You could rent gaming systems there, right? I'm trying to remember if we rented like the Sega system from Blockbuster or if it was from Hollywood Video.
We used to rent game consoles. You could rent a DVD player or a VCR at one point. And we used to rent the gaming consoles. We had the ice cream cooler. You had Nickelodeon magazine and Fango and Fangoria.
You could buy the tubs of popcorn to make it home.
With all the popcorn
like,
in the bottom.
Yeah.
You just put the tub in the microwave and it would fill up and you take it out. Yeah, those were fun.
Nice. Oh, the good days. Anyways, I thought I would give you a little peek into Josh's teenage adult years.
You had to be 18 to work there. I was an adult.
But yes, let's go ahead and hop into this video. And if you want to see more like review videos from me, then send me some money so I can start buying more makeup. Just kidding. But yeah, let's see what I can come up with. Yeah, but I've done everything else as per usual. So let's go ahead and break this bad boy open. And by that I mean take the piece of cellophane off of it. Yes, there's a trash can right here. This is my kitchen. Premium setup for you guys. Alright, so it's an all matte palette, which is pretty cool. I'm probably going to do a more adventurous look than I would usually do on my channel, just because I want to try to use as many of the colors as possible to see what the color payoff is and give you guys like a genuine review on it. So let's go ahead and hop on in. So I think I'm going to start off with the shade Action. It's a brown. It looks like it's a deep brown, but I feel like there might be some burgundy to it. And I'm just going to take it on a small little like blending brush and start to run that like essentially just above my crease. I'm gonna do, I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet. So sometimes you have to change it up with the brush. That brush was pretty like fluffy. And you can kind of see it applies okay initially. I wouldn't say it's like super pigmented right away. So I'm going to use like a kind of a smaller like dense brush just on the tip and take that same Action shade and just kind of layer on top of it. Because I don't want to focus too much on blending just yet. I just want to get pigment laid down. So not too bad. This is obviously a little higher than I would normally go when it comes to shadow, but I think I want to do like a cut crease situation with multiple colors. And so now I'm just kind of taking the shade Horror on something a little fluffier to buff out that first Action color and make it a little softer. And I'm getting crazy with it, so having it be really blown out is okay because I'm going to go in with other products and kind of clean everything up when I'm done. And then now I'm going to take the shade Classics, which is just the white, and run that just directly under my eyebrow to kind of soften the upper edge. So you can kind of see the shadows a little choppy in certain places as far as like blending is concerned. So I'm kind of having to go back over a bunch. I don't need to be too concerned about it right now. I just want it soft in case any of that is showing with the cut crease. And so now I want to take this Morphe M139 brush. It's a really tapered like crease brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Sci-Fi on my outer corner. And I'm just going to kind of tap it. So instead of a tapered crease brush, I'm going to do more of like a dense packing brush. So this is back into the shade Sci-Fi on that outer corner. And then now that I've got it packed on, I'm going to go in with that blending brush. Not too bad as far as like packing and blending on that one, but you can still kind of see that everything's a little choppy. I would say you can definitely get some good color payoff. You just have to kind of build everything up quite a bit. All right, and then the same thing on the other eyeball. All right, and so now I want to cut the crease. So I'm just going to take my Anastasia primer on a flat brush and then apply a majority of the product across my lash line. Look up like a crazy person. Alright, so I've got the cut crease happening, and I just kind of cleaned up the edges there. So now I'm going to do the other eyeball. And so now that we've got kind of the shape that we want, I'm going to go in with some other tones. I think I'm going to start off with the shade Family. It's like the bright yellow on a flat brush. And I'm going to put that on my inner corner. Usually yellows are very hard to make or like have pigment with them, you know? So I laid like 3 layers down. There's not really a ton of pigment happening, so now I'm going to go into the shade Television on the same brush and see if that might be. Looks like I got a little more color payoff with new releases. And so now I'm going to go in with the shade Cartoon, just right next to it. Okay, that was better. So I didn't double dip for that one. That one came on pretty strong, so that's good. And now just to kind of soften the edge, I'm going to take the Urban Decay brush and go back over it with that same yellow. For the blue, I'm going to do, I think, the shade Adventure. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Comedy. It's kind of like a foresty green with like a little blue under it, and I'm just going to kind of press that right on that outer edge. And then over back one more time. I think I'm going to hit up a little bit of the Fantasy shade. And then a clean brush with no product. And then back into the shade Classics on just my like eyebrow brush.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so I did the other eye and I put on some mascara. So now For the lower lash line, I'm probably gonna do a lot of the same stuff. So I think I'm gonna take leaf blowers back, in case you were wondering. I'm gonna take my tiny little smudge brush that you know and love so much, and I'm gonna take the shade Comedy, it's that forest green color, and run that on my outer edge. So I'm gonna take that same brush that I used for the bright blue, and I'm gonna use the shade Fantasy and run that kinda into it. And then back to that tiny little small brush, and on the shade Sci-Fi, I'm gonna go under it to blend it all out. And now I'm taking just a white eyeliner, and I'm gonna run that in my waterline. To kind of brighten and open up. All right, so I'm gonna throw on my lip really quick, and then we'll wrap it up with my final thought.
Tomorrow for sure.
So that is the finished look. I just threw on kind of a neutral lip for me and touched up my blush a little bit. But overall, I would say it's a fine palette. Like, I feel bad doing a review and not having it be something like that I'm over the moon about. I would say you just have to be patient with a lot of the colors, mainly the yellows. The blues and like the teal were good, but like the Comedy shade was a little choppy, and some of the browns definitely took some getting used to. So overall, it's not too shabby. If you want to spend, you know, $16 and have a little bit of nostalgia, I think that's honestly the main reason why they probably launched it, is they knew people my age would probably buy it, just because they have a lot of memories tied to this white, blue, and yellow box. But yeah, it overall not too bad. If there's other Hot Topic palettes that you've tried and that you know are amazing, definitely leave those in the comment box. If they're affordable, I'll check them out. I know that they have like a Winnie the Pooh palette. I got my niece a Supernatural palette, and I think she's pretty happy with it overall. And so yeah, if there's other ones that you think I should check out, drop those in the comments and let me know. Or if there's any other makeup that Hot Topic does that you think is good, you know? But I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Let me know if you want to see any other type of review videos. And next week I'll probably get back into my Disney themes. I'm still deciding what I want to do, but if you have any Disney ideas, drop those too. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Be kind, rewind. Just kidding. None of you probably know what that means.